The vanishing of James Richard Larabee. In the small town of Davis, Oklahoma, the year 2013 brought a mystery that has remained unsolved to this day. James Richard Larabee, known as Rick to his friends and family, was a 53-year-old man with a warm smile and a kind heart. On September 28, 2013, Rick attended his high school class reunion, a tradition he cherished. After the reunion, Rick told his sister that he was going on a trip to northwest Oklahoma and would return in 9 days. This message was the last communication his family received from him. As the days turned into weeks, concern grew, and Rick's family began to fear the worst. Despite an investigation by the Davis Police Department, no substantial clues emerged to explain Rick's disappearance. His car, a 2007 Honda Civic, was later found sold through Craigslist in Georgia in 2014 or 2015, but the seller was not Rick. The police chief contacted the buyer of the vehicle, and he said they purchased the vehicle from someone there in Georgia. Rick's license expired in 2016 and has never been renewed. Also, the Davis police is who informed Rick's sister that the car was sold to a Hispanic male on Craigslist. However, the sister states she hired a private investigator, and the car was sold to a woman July of 2014 through TitleMax. The circumstances surrounding his disappearance remain unclear, and the case went cold. The sister believes the Davis Police Department has written this case off as just a person who disappeared on his own free will. They also couldn't give a definite answer on anything. Rick's family has never given up hope, holding on to the belief that one day, new information or advances in forensic technology might bring the answers they seek. The community of Davis remains vigilant, not willing to let Rick's memory fade. His story is a poignant reminder of the enduring pain and uncertainty that accompany unresolved cases. It is also worth mentioning that in 2018 a family member had reported him missing in January of that year, thinking that Larabee's adult children had already reported him missing, but they had not, even though he was last seen in 2013. He also had quit his job and cashed out his 401k before his disappearance. At that time, he was living in Denton, Texas, and was back in town for his reunion. He was last seen September 28, 2013, but on October 3rd is when his sister received a text about his trip to northeastern Oklahoma that would take 9 days, and to let him know how their mother was doing. Their mother had stage 4 cancer and was dying at the time. Per his sister, it was a very out-of-the-ordinary text for him. He wouldn't just take off, especially with her being sick. They were close and only lived a couple hours apart. She immediately texted him back, but never got a response. Shortly after their mother passed, and still no response. Her message still remains unread. She stated, "I've tried to think of what he would be doing there, and I have no idea." Rick's sister also says that it was a female friend of his that told her about Rick quitting his job and cashing out his 401k, and that he told her he was going to just disappear. The sister states a few weeks later that story changed to Rick told her he was going to the mountains to live himself. The sister was unaware that in all of his visits to her house, he had already quit his job. She still keeps hope that her brother is somewhere out there, even though he wouldn't stay gone this long. He would be 65 this year. Thanks for watching Cold Case Oklahoma. Keep your eyes open and your hearts hopeful. Until next time, stay curious.